Victoria at Fashion Academy at VS Lifestyles, and today I'm excited to talk about the brand Schiaparelli. If you don't know it by now, then please stop this video and go look at some of the designs before you rejoin, because it really is an incredible brand with an incredible story, and they have taken over fashion weeks worldwide for the last couple of years. Their runway shows have been so inspirational, not only to other designers, but to me and everybody else. They are incredible. And that is because of the creative fashion director, Daniel Roseberry. Daniel Roseberry took the brand in 2019 and hit the ground running. He really did elevate it into a very, very iconic luxury brand today. It is going to be one of the biggest luxury brands in the future. But it is not a new brand like many people think it is. It's actually over a century old. So let's talk about the original designer, Elsa Schiaparelli, an incredible woman who moved to Paris after the World War and met with a very dear friend of hers, who became a very dear friend of hers, Paul Poiret. Paul Poiret was a very, very famous couturier and owned the namesake house, Haute Couture house. She described him as a dear friend and a mentor, and indeed he was. He really made her push boundaries. And in 1926, she came out with a collection of sort of handmade clothes that she had done herself, and it didn't really go anywhere. But in 1927, she came out with a knitwear collection that was sublime. It was these beautiful knit sweaters that were black with a white bow knit into it, right? You see that everywhere today. That's where it came from. There was the heart with the arrow going through it, skeletons on it. Of course, it's sort of not new today, but then it was enormous. It just immediately got international attention, and she took off. In 1930, she created her first fragrance called Schiaparelli, and again it was life-changing and took off, and the Schiaparelli house really did do great things. She was best friends with Salvador Dali, and again you can see the influence that Dali had on her. There's a lot of noses and eyes and clocks and stuff, and I just love that. She also did a lot of collaborations with people, not only Dali, but many other artists who did jewelry collections with her and had never done jewelry before. And she really got people to be creative and think outside their artistic creative box. And because of that, her inspirational collections were like no one else. It really was incredible. So it wasn't until she died in 1973 that her Schiaparelli house actually lay dormant, until 2016, when they did this beautiful, beautiful display in the Museum of Modern Art School. It was beautiful. And Schiaparelli had been bought by the CEO of Tod's, and they wanted to really look at bringing back the collection. Christian Lacroix did a collection, and of course you know that he was a designer for Valentino also, and many other famous designers did little collections for Schiaparelli to really get the brand going again. It wasn't until Daniel Roseberry took the iconic original designs from Elsa Schiaparelli and really made them into modern pieces of art. His clothing, you can see, has a lot of gold hardware on it, has these beautiful gold bustiers on the dress. I think you could see Kylie Jenner wearing that at one point. There is these gorgeous, huge fans on the top of the dresses, which again is just gorgeous. It elevates a piece of clothing into a piece of art. You'll see the bags and the jewelry having lots of nose and eyes and locks and clocks, and it's really sublime. At the runway just recently in Fashion Week, you could see Zendaya, and you can also see some of the models on the runway wearing this lobster hardware chain on the back of the dress, and it really is couture at its best. Daniel Roseberry has brought back to life Elsa Schiaparelli's vision of what it would be in the modern times. He is a genius, and he is the man to watch. Schiaparelli is going to be one of the biggest luxury brands in the future. I love it. I don't own any Schiaparelli yet, but watch this space. But for all Hermes, Chanel, and all the other goodies, you can go on to victoriashorten.com, and I will see you at the next Fashion Academy at VS Lifestyles.